tropical cyclone goes through four important stages, and they are the formative stage, the immature stage, the mature stage, and the degeneration stage. To distinguish one stage from the other, let's focus on the air pressure, the wind, the cloud cover, as well as the weather in terms of rainfall that is experienced in each of the stages. What follows is an easy and simple way in order to remember the changes from one stage to another. In the formative stage, the air pressure is above 1000 hectopascal but is still falling or decreasing. Once the air pressure goes to below 1000 hectopascal, the immature stage is reached. At this point, the pressure is still falling. In the mature stage, the pressure has stopped falling as the lowest pressure has been reached at the center of the system, and the tropical cyclone reaches its degeneration stage once that pressure starts increasing. So easy to remember in terms of air pressure, above 1000 hectopascal and falling, below 1000 hectopascal and falling. At its lowest point, and it stops falling in the mature stage, and in the final stage, the air pressure starts increasing. In the formative stage, the winds reach gale force. In the immature stage, they reach hurricane strength, and these winds are found 50 kilometers from the eye. In the mature stage, the strength of the winds are still hurricane, however they extend 300 kilometers from the eye. In the degeneration stage, the wind speed decreases. So in terms of the wind, gale force, hurricane strength, and finally the wind speeds begin to decrease. In the formative stage, there are cirrus and cumulus clouds. In the immature stage, your cumulonimbus clouds start forming as spiral bands, and in the mature stage, there is the occurrence of those cumulonimbus clouds that do create the vortex. In terms of the weather, in the formative stage, the rain is still light. In the immature stage, light rain. However, in the mature stage, your heaviest rain is experienced, and this is accompanied by thunder and lightning. And in the final stage, the heavy rain still continues. You will be required to identify in which stage of development the tropical cyclone is on a synoptic weather map. Just an important point to remember that once the cyclone is in its mature stage, the eye of the storm will be visible on the synoptic weather map. But the most important determinant here would be the fact that the air pressure changes at the center as you progress through each of the stages, as well as there's a change in the wind speed, the cloud cover, and the associated rain. Of interest sake, please remember that in the final stage, the degeneration stage, this is often where the tropical cyclone has reached land, and land has a detrimental effect on the tropical cyclone in that the land now creates friction with the system, and therefore it slows it down, and the winds subside as a result of this, as well as the land cuts off the tropical cyclone from the ocean, which is the source of energy through the high evaporation and the gathering of humidity in the air. Sadly, by the time that the subtropical cyclone does reach land and it starts to die down, large-scale damage would have already have occurred, as is seen by Cyclone Chido, which occurred and impacted Mozambique during December of 2024.